posted a deck profile about 5 days ago, and I want to keep on posting deck profiles. But the thing is, I'm trying to get 10 rated duels done before that with each deck, so I can give you guys a good percentage and some information on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go straight into this deck profile. It's a Zoo Dino deck, and it's pretty well. We actually got an 80% win ratio, and I'll go ahead and go into all the details now. But first of all, we'll go into the deck profile itself. So we're running 3 Oviraptor. No need for an explanation of that. Oviraptor is amazing. You need to run 3. 2 UTCs because we're running the evolution engine. You don't have to run the evolution engine, but if you are going to, you need 2. You could also run 3, but I'd rather not open up with 2. However, opening up with 1 is fine. It's not a brick at all. You're almost always able to summon it, so it's not an issue. For the little ones, we run 3 baby, 2 petite because baby can actually summon another baby or another petite. So if you're going to keep on popping stuff, you're going to keep on plussing if you pop a baby. But if you pop a petite, you're not going to keep on plussing if you're going to keep on popping. So you do want to run more babies than petites. 3 misses. Misses is amazing. I'm glad it came back to 3 from the ban list. It lets all your dinos unaffected, so you usually have... I've never got a Nibiru with this deck. Maybe it's that my opponent had never had a Nibiru, but like I've never got a Nibiru. Because you always make the Dolka, and while you're doing your plays, your dinos are all protected. You can Trish a card out of their hand, so you might Trish the Nibiru out of their hand. And you can even make VFD and use the effect. And if they don't chain the Nibiru, they probably don't have the Nibiru. So you just call light if you want to absolutely make sure that they can't Nibiru you. But at that point, if you're almost positive they don't have it, you can call Earth if you have the ability to make a Nat base. Because Nat base True King of the Calamities is game. Like I can't think of many ways to out that. Giant Rex, we just play this to combo off of Missus. It's really good because when you go into a level 4 play with Missus and this, that's an instant rank 4, and it's fuel for the next turn to continue doing the same thing. So it's really good. The True King Earth one, don't need to explain this at all. Like if you pop 2 babies with this and resolve the summon and resolve the 2 babies popping, that's game. Like that is game. There's no reason why you should lose that game. You now know what your opponent is running, so you know how to build your board, and you're gonna go crazy with your board. So yeah, like that card's amazing. Pinkertops, you don't have to run it in the main deck if you don't want to. You can put it in the side deck, but I like it in the main deck. If you draw it, and you can summon it, and then it's an interruption. Plus, it's good against Salads and a few other decks. And if you excuse me, and if you summon it off, if you pop Petite, you can summon it for another interruption. So it's pretty good. You run 2 of the True King of Fire one. The reason why you run the 2 is because of the fact that you always want to have at least 1 in the deck so you can pop with diagrams. So you don't want to run 1. And then I don't think you want to run 3 yet because I feel like it could break you. However, if that zombie deck with Eldritch and Baldarch comes to be the best deck of the format, you might want to have to run it at 3 just because you're going to need a way to out that Baldarch. So that would be a great way to out it. We run 2 Ash mainly because it's just a fire, but it's also a hand shot. But honestly, a lot of the times it's bricked my hands. But at the very least, it's a fire, so we're good with that at the time. The Zoodiac engine is pretty small. We run 2-2-2. If you want to extend it, you could run a Rat here, but I don't think it's necessary at all. You're barely ever using these cards. You can usually just make Chakanine with 2 dinos, and then if you do draw these, usually you're going to use these to bait out like negations that you know are there. That way you can go ahead and play around stuff. And then Whiptail is always great because it allows you to banish stuff. So pretty good. I don't think it needs to be lowered. Yes, you can make combos with Ram by popping it with stuff, but like that almost never comes up, to be 100% honest. You want to pop your babies, you want to do your dino plays. Overtext and the evolution engine. So you don't have to run that engine, but if you're running Zoos and Ashes, it's pretty good to run, to be honest. And I did play against a Cyber Dragon deck. I was so confused that I ran against that, but I actually got bodied game 1 because I didn't know they had a trap card that just banishes a bunch of Cyber Dragons and then pops a bunch of cards. So I got bodied by that. And so game 3, I definitely had to open, like I had the ability to attack the game with a UTC. Because he was at 28, but I decided to go into this instead to make sure I didn't get bodied by that trap card again. So yeah, the card's pretty good. If you set up with this, it's pretty decent. You usually don't set up with this, but it's fine. You do side out this engine, however, usually when you want to side in stuff and you want to make sure you keep consistency, you side this engine out, to be honest. You run 1 Alio because you need to. You need to make Trish so you can VFD people, so you have to run it. But yeah, it does break you sometimes, but you have no choice. Diagram, self-explanatory. Set rotation is also self-explanatory. However, I will say that I did win a game off of this because I set it like I chained this to their Salamangreat field spell being activated, and then they were unable to relink. Their roar was was useless, and basically I won off just that, to be honest, because then I set Lost World on my field and I just comboed off. Terraforming searches your Lost World or your diagram, self-explanatory. Lost World, amazing. If you don't know the combos with Lost World, look them up. I'm not going to do a combo tutorial here, but Lost World is great. Fossil Dig at 3 searches your Oviraptors, searches your misses, searches anything you need, to be honest, except for like Pankratops or anything like that. But yeah, Fossil Dig is amazing, and it just makes the deck super consistent. You run Barrage because anytime you're running a Zoodiac engine, you're gonna run Barrage. It's a great bait. It's great to bait things out, and it's great to just one card end on Dryden. Double Evolution Pill is amazing, especially when you're playing against under Dimensional Barrier. It just gives you another like offensive card and defensive card because UTC is it helps with both, to be honest. And then you run 41 cards because swag, and you're running the Kaiju at the time. You could put this in the side deck, but this has won me a game against this is one of the main reasons why I've won against Salamangreat. But like hard drawing this has won me a game against Salamangreat, and it also won me a game against Cosmo. Apparently, I played against that. But yeah, it does break you sometimes, but its benefits outweigh the break in my opinion. So I would run it. The extra deck, we're running True King of all Calamities. You only need one. Worst case scenario, you can attach another material with Tiger Mortar, but you only need one. Logia and Doka, pretty sure you only need one, to be 100% honest. Trish is amazing. It gets you into your True King of all Calamities and it vanishes a card. Nappies, you don't need to run it, but the fact that you can make it by using your True King to make all your monsters Earth makes it runnable, because True King plus Nappies is game. Dweller, haven't made it, but we all know what Dweller is. The Zoodiac engine, which would be Chakanine, Dryden, Hammer Kong, Tiger Mortar, and Borbo. I think it's perfect as it is. You don't really do much Zoodiac plays with this deck, but it does help you extend your Dino plays by popping your babies and stuff. And you can also just end on Dryden, which is amazing because it's just another interruption. It's really free. We run Tornado Dragon instead of Emerald because I've been seeing a lot of back row decks and it just helps a lot more. But you could run Emerald instead of this, which I was originally doing. Number 60 is amazing in this deck because you don't care about your draw since all your resources are already in your graveyard, so you definitely want to run this card in my opinion. Makes the deck much more consistent and helps close out games sometimes if you need to. Megaclops have not made it, but like you're running Zoo stuff, so you really want to run it just in case. There are some decks where you summon this and they literally can't out this. And Appaloosa haven't made it yet, but Appaloosa is amazing. I don't know if I'll end up replacing it, but for now she's staying in there. My side deck is really standard. Triple Nibiru, triple Lightning Storm, triple Dimensional Barrier, triple Trap Trick, triple Evenly. I've sided this in, never drawn it. Sided this in one time, drew both against Cyber Dragons, and I literally activated one, they negated it, and I literally go to the guy, DJ Khaled. I felt so bad. And I activated the other one. Triple Dimensional Barrier, triple Trap Trick. I don't even usually side in the triple Trap Trick because I can't even side 6 cards out of this deck, so I'll probably switch this for something else. But I've never drawn the Dimensional Barriers. And then the evenly matches, I only drew it once, and the one time it was just a 1-for-1 to get negated by Salamangreat Roar. But that's fine because that Roar would have stopped all my plays because I only had one play, and I was able to then combo off and win that game. So it's perfect. I think I might be taking out the Trap Ticks, but I'm not sure. So my matchups were 4 Salamangreats. I won 2, lost 2, 50% win ratio against them, but they're the only deck that I lost to, and the only reason I lost to is because double D, Crow, and Ash, and I was just like, okay, whatever, basically both times. Then I played against a Shadow Invoked, a Mystic Mind deck. The Shadow Invoked got their one that got Kaiju pretty much, and then from there it just destroyed them. A Mystic Mind deck, a Cosmo deck. The Cosmo monster got Kaiju, and they had to double Cosmojo, and I was like, ah. And double Adamantimators. The Adamantimators didn't really do much against. I mean, game 1, I just set up a seriously strong. Like the first match, I think I just set up a really big board, and they just couldn't do anything, and they scooped, and then they just quit. And then the second one, they set up a mini board, and I destroyed it really quickly, and they just quit. So. The deck is really good. I like how it's working, and honestly, it can be modified a bit, but I think the version right now is great. So yeah, you guys, you're definitely welcome to copy my deck or try it out, or make some changes and see what you like. But I do strongly recommend this deck. So If you have any comments of what I can put instead of Trap Trick in the side deck, let me know. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, let me know.